Hello everyone. A very good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Myself, Dr. Mansi. I am a resident doctor here, and welcome to Homeopathy Musings platform. So today, we are starting with our another Saturday free musing session with Dr. Jyothi Udupi ma'am. Ma'am will be taking a session on mineral remedies, basically how to see through the cases and how to find the mineral remedy themes and about the rows and columns in your practice. Before moving forward to our today's session, I'll just give a quick look at our ongoing and upcoming courses. So we have this ongoing course that is Basics of Contemporary Homeopathy, along with Dr. Preeti Shah ma'am and Dr. Prajakta ma'am. Dr. Jyothi ma'am is also a renowned speaker for this course. And we have already completed 10 sessions of this course. But if you feel that you could get a benefit of this course, please do register. And the previous sessions will be provided as recordings, and you'll be able to attend the live sessions further. Then, as a part of our psychiatric series, we have started mastering OCT with contemporary homeopathy. There were 2 sessions, and 1 session was already completed yesterday. And there is another session coming up that is on the 28th of November by Dr. Aradhna Chitra ma'am. I would highly recommend for those who want to learn psychiatric diseases and how to treat with homeopathy, how to treat with contemporary concepts, PEM, superclass, then you should attend this course. And the session which is done, you can get an access of the recordings for that. Then, after the plant and animal kingdom journey with us, now we are starting with musing minerals. That is a mineral journey. That is 40 plus sessions starting in the January 2026 with Dr. Mahesh Gandhi sir as a chief mentor. And the sessions will be on the strengthening the fundamentals laid by Sholton and Sankran. So we are very much excited for this course, and it will be a 1 year long journey with homeopathy musings, and there'll be different themes, rows and columns, and the different contemporary concepts, that is PM, superclass, and chakras. Understanding of the periodic table will be there. The early bird is ending on the 30th of November, and the session is starting on the January 2026. So if you want to register, do register soon and get the benefit of it. Then we are starting another clinical course, that is female reproductive system, that is gynecological and pregnancy related disorders and the lactation disorders and their homeopathic management. There will be case taking approach for the hormonal, emotional, and reproductive health issues. There will be pathophysiology of the diseases, corresponding homeopathic remedies, and the clinical cases by Dr. Ajit Kulkarni. So there will be total 8 sessions, that is on the Fridays and Saturdays in the month of January 2026. Early bird is ending on the 20th of December. Now, about our today's speaker, Dr. Jyothi Udupi ma'am. Welcome, ma'am, to our Homeopathy Musings platform. And ma'am is a senior homeopath practicing in Chennai since 30 years. She's graduated from Government Homeopathic Medical College, Bangalore. Ma'am has also completed fellowship programs in Advanced Homeopathic Course and Homeopathic Psychiatry from Song Academy, Mumbai. Ma'am comes with several years of knowledge and a classical sensation and personal evolution methods under her belt. She is known in the homeopathic circle for her clinical wealth of knowledge and willingness to share. Some basic hygiene factors before starting our session. Please mute your lines all the while the speaker is speaking. Keep your videos on, which helps in the interaction and avoids temptation to multitask. Please raise your hand while the speaker is explaining. If you have any questions or comments, it will be addressed at the end of the session. Please do not scribble on the screen. Make notes, share your experiences, and most importantly, enjoy the session. For any difficulties or questions, you can contact on our given contact details. I'll quickly stop share and hand over to ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Can you allow me to share? Yeah, thank you. Hello. Can you see all correct? All good? Dr. Mansi, can you see my
Yes,
presentation?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
We can see
Good
you.
afternoon, everyone. Thanks for nice introduction, Dr. Mansi. This is our, what do you say, Mike? Our maternal house here. It is so nice to come back again and again in this platform. When we announced this course, many people asked us, why minerals? Because we did plants 2 years back, then we did mammals, we did so many courses. When we interact with the youngsters, junior doctors, they had a lot of difficulty in understanding animal kingdom, especially. They found it difficult to prescribe animal remedies because their knowledge in mineral remedies is, I feel personally, is little less. If you don't know some rows and columns of periodic table, you may not understand lac remedies. If you don't know natramure, if you don't know magmure, if you don't know maca, I don't think you will understand lac remedies 100%. Similarly, all calcareous salts, natrum salts, if you don't know, you may not understand mollusk. We talk so much about lanthanides in birds. We talk so much about spirituality. But how many of us are, well versed, or how many of us know what all remedies are there in lanthanides? So, somewhere when we all were talking, what to, wonderful platform where we always think what we can give to our homeopathic community. So, we all are almost senior practitioners and we all interact a lot with junior doctors, junior practitioners. Then we found they are all finding difficulty because they don't know much about mineral remedies. If you ask me 20 years back, all of us had so many mineral remedies in our practice. From hydrogen to almost Beretta and Beretta row, we had all cases. But suddenly we came to know so many new remedies and mineral somewhere, mineral teaching has taken little setback. So we as a unit thought this coming year, 2026, we will be talking only minerals because we have new set of people who want to learn new things. So if you are very good in this basic, it is very easy to understand animal remedies. So this is just a teaser where what we'll be teaching whole year, whole next year, 2026. Why mineral kingdom? As I told, to understand many remedies, we should know. Even there is a lot of confusion between no sorts and mineral remedies. So to clear so many clusters, we are teaching you mineral kingdom remedies. This is a one reason. There is a second reason. There are so many remedies in our materia medica. Hardly we are using some. And our success rate in some pathological cases need to improve over the years. We know there are remedies, but we don't know where to look into that. I'll give you one example. We have our, batch. As in introduction, Dr. Mansi was telling, I am from GHMC Bangalore. Our 89 batch, we have one group where we have a friend, colleague, Dr. Preeti. Every day she shares one remedy. learning should never stop. Whatever number of experience you have, every day she makes us to teach one remedy. So yesterday we have this anthracocali. So that comes in a YouTube, so I couldn't share. But one doctor sent this. He said this is very popular. We are all using this remedy. That is where again if you want to learn, if you want to improve your skills, you have to go and see what is this remedy is all about. So we opened Boric and saw. My personal interest is, as soon as somebody says about some remedy, first I'll go and see the source. So when I read this, I came to know this is a mineral remedy. So now all these things are there. So what I will be doing when I come to know new remedies, I'll see which column, which row, and accordingly what pathology it is useful. And along with the pathology keynote, along with the keynote, age of the patient. See, unknown smaller remedies we should start using. We are still in Netramure, Kalibai, Kalikar, Argentum, Nitricum. But in our this, we have so many remedies because of our, less knowledge, I can say. More remedies you can use such remedies in your practice, and more number of patients are healed through homeopathy. So now that I know it is a mineral remedy and I know where it comes, how it acts, so when such pathological case comes to me, it becomes very easy for me to prescribe and help patient. We are using so many smaller remedies in plant kingdom nowadays. We are helping lot of cases because before we didn't know all this PM or how to locate patient in which column, which row. So we were stuck with few number of remedies. Now in plant kingdom, I think almost all remedies, at least we are trying to understand how it works, where it can be used. So again, to know the kingdom, to know the PM, age. So we all need to, I think, learn next year mineral kingdom. So before we go into single kingdom, now we will discuss what all kingdom says. In homeopathic practice so far, we have used only symptoms as only or almost only guide to the remedy without really considering the source of the drug. As I always say, I am from, small keynote to I have traveled till here. That also has, lot of plus and minus, where all I failed, how practicing became boring. All those things in many this you must have heard from me. To me and to many others, symptomology of any drug is intimately related to the source it is drawn from, and that each drug has its essence of the source. Our remedies, whether they come from plant, animal, mineral, each represent the spirit of that source and must have the character of that source. So I have attempted to identify and note down the main differentiating feature of the major kingdoms from which our medicines are derived. That is mineral, plant, and animal. Although we have other kingdoms also, but today's discussion is mainly between these kingdoms. Our remedies, whether they come from plant, animal, or mineral, each represent the spirit of that source and must have the character of that source. So when we talk about mineral kingdom, what do they talk? They say, I am lacking. I am losing my identity. They talk about their relationships. They talk about protection, security, performance, and responsibility. Their reaction is, I need to complete self or save what I have, or sensation is loss of structure, loss of power. This we'll be discussing in detail in few minutes. So what does plant kingdom says? Basic sensation and opposite sensation. That is sensitivity and reactivity. Reaction is I need to numb or react. Sensation is shock. Animal kingdom patient talk about victim aggressor, split within self, me or versus others, issue of survival. Reaction is I need to submit or overcome. Sensation, they did to us, I will get them. For example, there is a fear of dog. Mineral kingdom, for example, Carcaria. It is non-specific fear of anything that harms because he lacks the capacity to protect himself, feeling alone and unprotected. In plant, if you take stramonium, it has fear that dog will come and jump on me. There will be fright. He will show the sensation and reaction with graphic description. Whereas animals has feel something outside is doing it to me. Even easier example, which Dr. Rajan Shankaran in all his books he has given. Love failure. What mineral kingdom patient speak? I think I need to improve. There is something in which me is not attracting him. So the problem is within me. Whereas plants is kingdom patient, as soon as they break up, they start crying, they start blaming. They have so many those reactions they will start showing. Whereas animal kingdom patient says, how dare he does this to me? I will do what he has done to me. This is the animal patient. So today we will be talking only about mineral kingdom. As usual, I dedicate this my lecture to Anne Shelton. If you want to read, learn about mineral kingdom, this is the Bhagavad Gita or a Bible for mineral kingdom. There are two books written by Anne Shelton. If you master that book, then I think 100% of your cases will be solved. So this is his chart. I think many of you are aware about this. So this repeatedly I will be showing because we will be discussing some cases also after basic explanation. Why we need periodic table in our practice is a question. All homeopathic medicines contain the elements of periodic table either in the trace or in abundant quantity. Imbalance of these elements causes disease-like condition in body. Homeopathic materia medica is very vast data to remember. You all, I think, like me in the beginning of the practice, no, must have undergone lot of panic attacks. During exam, it is a different issue. We somehow wrote, somehow read. But when you really get into practice, I think either anxiety or panic or depression, whatever comes in a psychiatric this, no, we must have undergone. Because we didn't know, only through keynote and symptomology, because there are so many drugs in our materia medica. We didn't know how to place and what to do. So this periodic table helped us a lot. All plants and animals contain these elements only. So instead of remembering so many medicines, we have to memorize only the representative elements of each group. Example, series 3 elements, which we are going to discuss. Cases having only pathological data can be resolved easily with the help of periodic table. See, this is a wonderful thing happening after understanding periodic table and PEM. Analysis of case is done through chemical properties and physiopathology of elements. This minimizes the use of repertorization. Because repertorization is such a, has become mathematic, like a calculation. We were again missing so many cases. We were not able to help patients only through repertorization because it was so in a routine calculation like that. But only after understanding this theory, we are able to help many patients. So as you know, there are 7 rows and 18 columns in periodic table. There is a little correction Anne Shelton has done for the homeopathic practitioners. So what rows talk is conception to disintegration. This table is replica of the development of a person starting from conception, fetal life to birth, infancy, childhood, teenage years, adulthood, and finally the old age and then the death. We can identify the row by knowing in which stage of a development in an individual stuck in. Even 50, 60-year-old patient talks about fear of water, fear of ghost, fear of darkness. Then we know where to look into that. If 5 years old patient talks doing even homework in a super way, then we know where to put that patient. There are 18 columns. Columns represent the different stages or phases of development of the structure pertaining to that row. Before we go further, let me tell you, this takes some time to understand. Not so easy with what you have to really work hard on to understand what mineral chart is, what rows, what columns. But once you understand, it is like, beautiful thing which will be happening to your practice. Practice never becomes boring for you. So, first row is hydrogen row, existence and consumption. Second, lithium separation, natrium identity, calcium security and task, strontium creativity and performance, barium responsibility, last radium is disintegration and death. What we are doing is, when I explain row, I'll be taking, autism, ADHD as an example to understand that series. Row 1 is hydrogen series. Before we go into this explanation, any doubt? Dr. Mansi, is there anything which we have to look into?
No, no, ma'am. It's going good,
Nothing.
ma'am.
Okay. So, as all of you know, first row has only 2 remedies. That is hydrogen and helium. Till I understood and know what periodic table, how it works, no? I don't have any this to say that I didn't know there is one remedy called helium in homeopathy. Hydrogen somehow, because we use other things also. What hydrogen and helium speak? To be, not to be in this world. This series has only 2 elements. It is symbolic of its general theme. Only 2 possibilities, to be or not to be. In development of life, this series corresponds with conception and the period of the unborn child. Issues of unity or duality. See, whole mineral kingdom, if you want, to explain easily, you please remember what labor cases you have seen. Remember your obstetric, whatever you learnt, OB, G, just remove. This is what, 2026, you all will be learning. Hydrogen in autism. It is like cannabis indica in autism. There are some homeopaths now who are thinking whole homeopathic world is one, helping each one us, one each other. Few years back, we didn't had all these webinars, especially free webinars, online teaching. But now all of us want to, grow together. So this is also hydrogen thinking only. This helium is a very good remedy for autism. They don't feel like entering this world. They prefer to stay in themselves to experience their own being. Their behavior makes it very difficult to understand for other people. You can't get grip of them, as if they are slipping away through your fingers each time you try and establish contact. This can be seen in autistic children. They won't let you come near. We are very fortunate because of all this, webinars and attending seminars. We are able to see how helium is helping autistic children. See, in coming series, I don't know how many of you are aware what is the relationship between hydrogen and ammonium salts. I remember attending one seminar in Bombay. One of the participants was asking, where is Hecla leva in this periodic table? Where is, you all must have searched, no? Where is graphites in the periodic table? How graphites and carbon is related? Similarly, how hydrogen and acids are related. I am sure 80% of us were not aware how it is related. In upcoming module, this will be, taught in detail. So second row is carbon series. Lithium to neon. Who I am? Who am I? Is the question asked in this stage. Issues of birth and separation. As I told, it is better you get knowledge of whole your third year OBG. Reaction to sudden noise or panic. The age that corresponds to this phase of development is that of the toddler. Even all ages will be discussed. Toddler learns to distinguish between different things, and one of the most important distinction is the one between I and the other person. Commonly affected are here is lung, mucous membrane, and skin. This is one more, learning you will have. There is something called sphere of action in all the remedies. So once you know which row, which column has more affinity towards organ, which organ, then it becomes again very easy to practice and prescribe. Even this will be covered in the series. Left side remedies show more of sensitivity to noise. Right side remedies show symptoms of suffocation. Row 2 in autism, lithium phos. We all know phosphorus is good medicine for autism. But with symptoms of phosphorus, if you have symptoms of child performing very well one moment and very bad the next, this strong alteration makes us think of stage 1 and of lithium in particular. Stage 1 is a column we are talking. Oxygen. They have lot of violent breaking or destroying kind of energy. Breaking away with connection with the parents. confusion about time and identity. As I told you, last line, right side remedy shows symptoms of the suffocation. So oxygen comes on the right side of the road too. So that is why patient is talking about breaking away with connection with the parents because she or he is feeling suffocated. Third is Silesia series. Natrum to Archon. This is the level of relationships. First within the family and then gradually including other people later on. This is the age of teenager. Identity and nourishment is the issue of this series. We have given so many mineral remedies and helped so many patients in anxiety, depression, and panic attacks because of this. Wanting to be different, independent, wants to take his own decisions. Either it is right or wrong, but person wants to take its own, his or her own decisions. Main fear here is separation, especially from mother. All ghost stories you can hear in this row patients. Side effects of vaccination, autoimmune diseases, skin and hair ailments are commonly treated by this row remedies. Row 3 remedies are very much indicated in autism disorders. Not only child, but mothers also show a lot of symptoms. Mother's history during pregnancy gives indication to these remedies. Theme of company, communication, love, care, attention helps in studying these remedies. For example, child having difficulty in talking, writing, and reading usually gets remedies from this row. If you open repertory and see speech difficult, you have a main remedy what you see in this is natramur. I have some cases where delayed speech, no speech, simple natramur has helped. The way they kiss, the way they, interact with mother, everything. Even to understand lack remedies, knowledge of row 3 is very, very important. Of course, we have remedies from row 4, row 5 also, but row 3 is, very important row if you want to understand lack remedies. Talking difficultly, mostly from first few stages of this row, like natrum, whereas difficulty in listening, usually muratics, that is later stages of the row. Natramur and magmur are often used remedies in this row. Row 4 is ferrum series, Kali to Crypta. This is the level where abilities start to be developed. They have to learn to fulfill certain tasks. In order to learn, they need to be schooled by another person, either teacher or a parent. Eventually, they learn to carry out this task by themselves. Security and task. Security here is in term of money, relationship, house, job, and health. Fears of poverty, financial loss, losing job, injections, dog. I need not tell you, many of you must have, having many cases from this row. Mainly musculoskeletal system, which includes bones and joints, as this provide security and support. Common problems are cramps and arthritis. This is a phase of becoming an adult. Whenever we prescribe or think lack equinum, no, horse milk, if you have a very good knowledge of row 4, no, you can pick lac equinum very easily. I think you will learn how to differentiate mineral remedies and lac equinum in the upcoming sessions. Row 4, control and rigidity are two important theme of this row. That is why calcarea floor, calcarea foss, so often use remedies in our clinics. Control is a key phrase of Ferrum series. This control may lead to rigidity or opposite may happen. They feel that they will be controlled by other people. Left part of the series, people are flexible and can change their routine. Whereas right part of this series are very conservative and they make sure that everything remains same as it is. These remedies are very sensitive to criticism. Beginning stages of this series are more timid and withdraw into their shell-like calcarea group. In the end stages, we see more anger like in iodine. See again, like thyroid cases, calcarea iode, menopause, ferrum iode. So many remedies we could give only because we understood what is going on in row 4. Calcarea iode and kali brome, a very good remedy for ADHD. Even for psychiatric cases, pathological cases, no, some raw remedies are really useful. Row 5 is silver series. Rubidium to xenon. This series belongs to intellectuals. This row is related to facing or exploring the new, creativity and performance. I am safe, but I need to explore the new. Tell me how many of us are not going through this phase. Actually, for me, this row is a beautiful row, especially for homeopaths. Don't stuck into one row. Third and fourth row, I am loved by my patients. I am having very good earning. Enough. Why should I learn more? No. You have to graduate to row 5. Although it is not the exact this, but just to motivate ourselves, I am using this. Learn every day. This level is usually developed in middle age. Speech and hearing are two specific physical themes that belong to the silver series. We use speech to get our ideas across to others. We use our ears to receive the ideas. Chairs may change, but the purpose of all these webinars and other thing is to teach and learn new things. It has a great affection for nerves. You can see Argentum has vocal paralysis and sternum has weak nerves. In row 5, because we are taking autism as an example, not much drugs are used in autistic cases. Row 6, gold series, cesium to radon. Power is the central theme of this level. It is all about leadership and power over people. Capacity and pressure of handling leadership and responsibilities. The eyes are associated with gold series. They are one of the main problem of the remedies in this series. Affections of vital system like cardiovascular and central nervous system. Mainly Barata group of remedies are used, especially Barata phos and Barata iode in autism. From this row. Row 7, uranium series, francium to plutonium. High sense of duty and responsibility, under which people feel overloaded, overburdened. They desire to break free, let go or let loose. Issues of destruction and disintegration. This is a time of very old age. Row 7, we don't have many remedies for autism. So here let me tell you only 2 lines about lanthanides. There are so many remedies in plant kingdom who speak so much about spirituality. If you read Ian Sharton's plant book, after 5th, 6th column, he speaks only spiritual journey of a patient. Patient also talks big. All these petty things they don't talk. Even when you go to animal kingdom, birds, big mammals, they all talk about lanthanide qualities. So what is lanthanide? It's a big topic. This we are planning to cover in our upcoming series. May not be very extensively because this itself take one series. But we want you to learn little bit of lanthanides so that you understand what some plants talk, what bird talks. So this is a new feature we are trying to include in our sessions. So now rows over, we'll be talking about columns. Columns of the periodic table denotes the number of electrons in the outermost shell or energy level of the atom. So this is again same, but representation is little difficult, different. Easy way to understand column. Whoever was in other song courses understand what this development starts from the first. In 10th column it reaches achiever, then slowly they start losing their achievements. So in column 1, see, this is what column from 1, from hydrogen to hydrogen, natrium, kali, lithium, rubidium, and cesium. Highly unstable and highly reactive. Nervous, anxious, clingy. Some cases we will be discussing today. As they have single electron at the outer layer, they can get attracted to have the stability. Example, they can't open clinic. See, for example, today's column discussion will be about the opening of the clinic. You are graduated. Now you want to open clinic. How each column patient, because we are talking the growth from first column to the 18th column. So we will take opening your clinic as an example. If you are a newcomer, you will connect very fast with me. If you are a senior practitioner, you go back to your, struggling days. Column 1, people have a difficulty in opening clinic. In the beginning, they want to work with somebody. They'll be with them many years as they are very anxious. Every year they postpone doing something big. They say, no, I think I am not ready to open a clinic. I'll work one more year, one more year, one more year. All column, they never have in our language, guts to open the clinic. They keep postponing. So they are anxious, nervous, and they cling to teacher. You can see, lot of even chartered accountants, you must have seen. They have never opened their office. For years till retirement, they'll be working with somebody, with a teacher or somebody who is more successful. They feel they are very small. They need help always. It means they are not ready for starting clinic. So column 2, support and inadequacy. Beryllium to barite. Wanting to have mentor, guide, father figure. If you help me, I will do it. Is usual dialogue, column 2 people. Example, if somebody guides me or if somebody shows how to do it, I will open my clinic. Support in different issues of rows. Like 4th row, it is a finance or a structure. 5th row, it is support for his creativity. Most of the Indians need this column medicine for the way we look at our elders for guidance. Column 3 is confusion. Okay, because you are asking me to open a clinic, if you support me, I will plan. But I have this confusion. Column 3 remedies are born to lanthanum. As they have 3 electrons at the outer layer, they are confused to bond with other or not. Should I bond or not? So what they have is which clinic to open, what, when, how. They're full of doubts. Will I open clinic or work with somebody? If I open clinic, if I don't know what I will do, if I work for someone, when will I learn myself? No, we have no people around us. Column 4, maybe, it may not. Irresolution is always there. Titanium to hafnium. They will develop little confidence. But small problem, they will develop confusion. Because they're very close to column 3, right? And they are into trouble. They can't do anything independent. They decide to start clinic with lot of excitement. One small problem, they are confused. Can I handle patients or not? Will I get patients tomorrow? They will go back to their guide or mentors crying. Sir, I really wanted to do it, sir. But that problem, no. I lost my confidence. Now I am confused. I need your guideline. Guide. Column 5. I must, but I can't. Vanadium to tantalum. The entire plan of the work is ready. Groundwork is ready. When things doesn't go according to their plan, they will break. Example, he or she will search clinic, will inquire about medicines, will inquire about carpenter. Every groundwork is done. But they will always have a doubt that can I do it? Will my finances will support? Will I really get patients? It is more than a confusion, it is a doubt in this column. So what they do is they postpone. I will prepare myself more because I have a doubt in this. So I will definitely open next year. If they don't move on, then they are stuck. They will never open clinic. Column says, yes, I can. Chromium to tungsten. Superficial preparations. Very naive people. Excited. Some preparation they will do. No, I am capable. I will try. They talk so much of opening clinic, from location of the clinic to the chief guest of the clinic opening. We have no in our groups. They have some framework, but not prepared well. They will say like this. I have seen in Calcutta. So beautiful. Bombay doctors have three rooms. One waiting, one doctor's this, and one your pharmacist. I have all the plans. Out of excitement, they have forgotten to do framework. So they never open clinic. Again, I think you're all relating to this. Column 7, imbibe all to learn. Manganum to rhenium. Actually, in this upcoming series, we have a special lecture on metals also. Salts, anyhow, will be there. We have used some elements as a salts. But tungstens like independent we have never used. So that will be taught in separate sessions. They know there is a long way to get success. They work so much, they are never ready. They keep adding to their efforts. For example, they know the difficulties of opening clinic. They keep working on location, buying medicine, furniture. Even after working on this, they still feel they are not ready. Some more preparations are required. They are never ready. They say, I have all lac remedies. I have all mollusk. Anyhow, mineral and this I have. But I think if I want to practice, I should have bird remedies. I should have lanthanides. So, till I purchase, till I learn, I will think. I will postpone my clinic opening. Now, I guess all of you are trying to, locate you are in which column. Row, forget. Now, locate yourself in which column we are. Lighter side. Column 8. Pressure of performance. Now we are always almost reaching. I showed that chart, no? 1 to 10. 10 is at the middle. They are the achievers. So 8 is not very far from 10, no? Ferrum to osmium. I have done all preparations, but I have fear of failure. I've invested so much. I've told so many people, if I don't perform, then what will happen? So I will not open. I have seen the place, done all the preparation, but I am afraid I will fail. Just few steps away from opening clinic. I told you, 8 is not very far from the 10. 8, 9, 10. Just you are there, but I have fear. Fear of failing and pressure of performing better. I want to be pakka. No, in Hindi you say. I want to be perfect. I don't think I am perfect. So I am postponing my clinic establishing. Clinic. Column 9. Cobaltum to iridium. Afraid of doing mistake. Just one step away from getting success. Everything is done. I have crossed 1 to 8 stages. I am in 9, but I am paying 25 to 30,000 of rent. If I don't get back, what will I do? My mistake should not be reason for my failure. So much of energy, enthusiasm in opening the clinic. Almost they are done. About to finalize. Suddenly they're afraid that in framework they might have done some mistake. Maybe not this location. Somebody was telling that this location may not get you many patients. If I invest so much, do so much of interiors, everything, but if I don't get patients, if I don't get back my money, what will I do? So I am not opening my clinic. Again, they will postpone. Column 6. That is a central column. Carbon to platinum. Sense of stability. Even number of electrons in this orbit makes them stable. They are at the peak of their performance. They are the people, they open clinic and call us for the chai and snacks. We have attended so many clinic openings. If not doctor, family will be in a central column. They say we will open. Column 11. Now I have opened clinic. Now my duty is to preserve. Cuprum to aurum. Ruling, guarding, maintaining, keeping, protecting. Feeling that they have to exert themselves to maintain the present situation. At 10, I am in the clinic. I see that my receptionist, my pharmacist, everything is pakka. Otherwise, I may lose my practice. They have opened their clinic. They are happy and they are not jealous of others. They want to add people or some extra thing to their clinic as they want to maintain their clinic to work smoothly. They have bought new software. They have one receptionist in the clinic. Small things they add so that they don't fail. Lab. No, they do a lot of meditation techniques so that they are in the running condition. So, if you remember, 10 was the peak, 11, 12 slowly coming down. Division. Zincum to Mercury. It is a time where the outside world starts to pose a threat to his achievements. He is attacked from all sides. No common question, problem, what we say, what we face is other than your charges, he may be adding steroid, he is not very punctual, he is giving too many patents. They want to repeat successful actions of the past. They have all plans to keep things as they are, and there is no stopping them. They are very conservative in their outlook. Until things are going according to their old plan and routine, they are fine. So, for example, clinic is established. He has added something to keep going, but doesn't want to update to today's change. Not to offend anyone, this is my personal this. Such doctors doesn't want to use any new tool like kingdom classification or new miasms. Although we, show a lot of, I have some, friends. They always scold me. Why do you attend new classes? Why do you close your clinic and go for classes in different places? You have a wonderful practice. Practice what you know. If you close clinic tomorrow, you may not get patients because they start thinking always doctor is on leave. But they don't understand. More you learn, you are able to help more patients. I have some very good patients. They say, "What are doctor? What are you doing, doctor?" Then I said, "I'm doing fellowship in psychiatry." They were so happy for me. They told, "Excellent doctor." We have so many psychiatry patients around us. You cannot treat with the college knowledge psychiatric cases. It is my personal experience. Till I did my fellowship, till I attended Dr. Mahesh Gandhi's modules, I wasn't confident of treating this. But column 12 people, they don't venture into anything new. They just want to maintain what standard they have been doing. That's all. Column 3, 13, sorry, withdrawal. Gallium to thallium. They are lagging behind in recent developments. They would stay where they are and see what happens. They don't feel like being involved anymore. Enough. If I get 10 patients per day, only the 10 comes regularly, more than happy. They are like a house that has not been kept up properly. The paint is starting to peel off. The drains are leaking and some of its windows are broken. They don't want to invest on anything new. They become extremely suspicious and don't trust anybody. You can see this in our group. Children are learning homeopathy and father, mother not willing to accept new theories and not willing to bring that in their practice. They feel they are powerless if they leave their old method. This is column 4, formal. Germanium to plumber. Stannum. We have so many cases of stannum. Feeling as a very less power left. They are very close to their downfall. They are inclined to hand their responsibilities over to other people as they think all power is taken away from them. And how can they take responsibility? They are indifferent and careless, very formal and distant. When we take this clinic thing, they can't take responsibility. They leave their clinic to juniors or their children, but they act as if they are following rules. They give more importance to protocols and standard procedures. Column 15, loss. Nitrogen to bismuth. In column, they act as if everything is fine, but column, it is all over. They lose everything they have built up. They feel a complete failure and they are very hurt. They are good at sacrificing. They give lot to other sometimes. But it may be tactic in this age. They sacrifice something small in order to receive something big. Fear of alone, fear of death, fear of disease is very common in this column. They have to leave their clinic as they can't run more. They forgive and forget bad done to them by juniors. They say, you take care of my clinic, but give me something per month or per year, whatever it is. Column 6 is nostalgia. Oxygen to polonium. Everything is lost. There is nothing left but memories. They still live in hope that the old situation might come back. Theorizing and fantasizing are very characteristic in this stage. They look for diversions through love, music, dance, alcohol. You must have met such doctors. They talk so much about their practice, how they impressed, and how they cured patients. Hours together, they talk about their, past. Column 7, the end, letting go. Fluorine to astatinum. In this column, everything, even the thoughts of the past, have to be released. Letting go is the key phrase of this column. It is often accompanied by feeling of pain, disappointment, sadness, guilt. They may feel exiled, condemned because they have been banned from the group. Feeling of being betrayed and attacked. Because they have lost clinic or practice, they feel they are betrayed by their own people. They are sad and disappointed. No, this you can see in not chronological age we are talking. Sometimes even you can see this in middle age. You can see in chronological young age also. Column 18 is rest. Helium to radon. This column is also called as column 0. Column between two series. It is end of one series. Therefore, it is called as column 18. But it is also the stage of rest. A pause before the start of the new cycle. Column has really let go of everything. There are no more ties. There is a total freedom. Best medicine for autism and coma patients. I told you, no, helium is so much used for autism cases. Here, they don't have much in contact with anyone. They'll be in cocoon. They may have little confusion because of the age. So, miasm in minerals. First row is both acute miasm. Second row is again acute miasm. There is a very one good book written by, I'm not remembering his name. He has exclusively written a book on miasm and minerals. This is from his book only. In third row, alumina is syphilitic, silicia is psychotic, phosphorus is tubercular, sulfur is soric. In fourth row, scandium to zinc ringworm, gallium is psychotic, germanium and ars albis cancer, selenium is tubercular, bromium is leprosy, krypton is syphilitic. Fifth row and sixth row. So shall we go to cases? Any doubt? Dr. Mansi?
Yes, ma'am. We can start with the cases.
Cases. Okay. Case 1. Sorry. Male patient, 48 years. He was a central government employee. As I have told in other lectures, no, during COVID time, I was so busy not because of COVID patients, because of such cases. He came with a complaint of sleeplessness since lockdown announced, restless and helplessness, fear of disease and future of his family, fear of crowd and walking in street. Tell me how much of crowd was there in the street during lockdown. It was so strict, but still, even two people, if he sees in a street, he used to be afraid that he will get the disease. But he is the one who is going to shops when above symptoms are not there. His BP was 220 by 110. He took several allopathic drugs without any relief. So that is the time he came to me. Because he was more worried about two things. Will I get COVID and my BP? And he had to go to office because some central government offices was started after initial phase. So he didn't had any choice. So his wife brought him to our clinic. His wife had discussed with me about his problem over the phone. So he came. As soon as he came, he started crying. He said, please call my wife. She will tell everything and I don't know anything. He was the one who was suffering. But he said, no, my wife knows better about me than this. So somewhere I think he is clinging to his wife. He was worried about his job. His office is closed for all. He need not go to office, but he was, feeling guilty and worried in the first phase of lockdown. He was blaming himself repeatedly for his condition. Had similar attacks, then usual question, no? Well, is it the first time you are getting or you had any time like this? He said, I had similar attacks 6 years back when my mother died. Started to go to office and did yoga and he felt better. His father died when he was very young, so he doesn't remember. But 6 years back, he lost his mother and similar, problems he had. Psychiatrists diagnosed this as a panic syndrome. And they gave some medicines. He was also very reluctant. So first I gave him Arsal 1M because there was, fear of disease and he was crying and all. That didn't help much. Then I gave him lithium carb 1M. 3 times 3 days because his condition was very bad. After 5 days, patient came back. He is much better, sleeping 4 to 6 hours, and his BP was 140 by 90. So I had to repeat lithium carb because lockdown was continuing and cases were increasing. No beds were available. Whenever he sees something like this, he used to come back. So why lithium carb? Why lithium? Because it is change of, anything changes, he will get panic. Impulsive, useless, weak-willed. Car, value meaning, self-worth, unstable, shy, hyper emotional. Essence of this drug is changing feeling of self-worth, feeling useless. So this really helped. So we in the past, no, there are very few times I think I have used lithium car, but only after understanding this concept, it has become, very important drug in our clinic. This is the second case. I was discussing about pathological cases. No, there is one disease called Van Hippel-Lindau syndrome. 18 years female, mother housewife, father work as a manager in some Mukti Dham. She has one younger sister and she weighed 69 kgs because I felt she's too, overweight. A mother told, my daughter is very obstinate. She gets angry very easily. throws TV remote and my mobile. She quarrels only with me. If I don't talk with her for few hours, she weeps. Her main complaint about me is I don't take her out anywhere. She's always sad or angry. The places which she wants to go is usually malls and multiplex to watch movies, where I can't take her often as I can't afford. People who are in, cities can understand. One movie will cost you, I think, 400 to 500. And all snacks will cost another 500. So mother said, I can't afford so much. But she wants to go to only such places. I feel always frustrated. Patient spoke. I feel always frustrated as I can't do things like my friends. I want to go to malls. I tell my mother we will not buy anything, but just see all clothes and shops. Do window shopping. She doesn't agree for that also. She tells me just visiting mall will cost you 1,000 rupees. Can't she afford that much also? It is after all 1,000 rupees. I want to wear night dresses. Always my mother says, we don't have money. I'm angry whenever I hear this. If nothing interesting happens, I will cry for hours. I asked her, why don't you ask your father? For me, everything is my mother. If she wants, she can do, but she doesn't want to do. I don't feel like asking father. All these days, my mother did everything for me. Why can't she do this? If she says father will arrange money, what happens when your mother says no? I feel like hitting her. I want to throw things. I have hit my mother couple of times. After anger, I will start crying. I don't like to talk to anyone. Why angry only on mother? Who else will do for me? She asked me to go with my friends. But why can't she take me? Only she will know what I want. But she is not doing for me. Patient was not at all interested to speak further. She told her mother, if you are not understanding my emotional problems, leave it. Don't embarrass me by telling every detail to doctor. Because she gave me so many instances where she was angry and slapping people around and all. She said, I am going out. I am not interested. She did not tell me about fear and dreams. She was not cooperating further. Mother was complaining that girl doesn't help her in household work. And this girl just walked out of my chamber. So I gave her Calcarea iod, BD 2 days, and placebo other. I was also thinking Silesia. And you all know, no? So many patients are receiving Calibrom also from us. All this adolescence, angers, and other things. But I stuck to Calcarea iod. Why? Because the main feeling in Calcare is that he may be terribly disappointed, betrayed, hurt, or even starved by the person on whom he is dependent. Here, patient feels only her mother can fulfill her wishes, nobody else. If not mother, who else? Repeatedly, she was asking, no? There is the dependence and need for security of Calcarea. But at the same time, there is a need to be very hard and strong and prepared for betrayal. Anger in adolescent girl was my basis for Calcarea iod prescription. Follow up after your consultation. I am talking with her much. Mother told, because I told mother also, she is undergoing some problem. So you be little patient. Just listen. They need a ear to hear. So she didn't fight with me, but she is sad and I am helpless. She is sad because I am not taking her to malls. I asked my husband to speak to her. My daughter is not talking to father at all. I repeated Calcarea twice in 2 days, asked her for a hemoglobin and thyroid profile test because she was putting on lot of weight. So what happened in between? No, patient developed a severe stomach pain. So they went to the emergency ward and they said immediately her abdominal scan need to be done. So they did scan, all the reports came. So then doctors there diagnosed this as a Van Hippel-Lindau syndrome. It is an inherited disorder characterized by the formation of tumors and fluid-filled sacs, that is cysts, in many different parts of the body. Tumors may be either non-cancerous or cancerous and most frequently appear during young adulthood. However, the signs and symptoms of Van Hippel's Linda syndrome can occur throughout life. As a homeopath, now you are stuck here because we don't know much. If you have not done, no, if you have not upgraded, if you have not improved your skill, you are terribly stuck in this stage. So, mother is also my patient since 10 years. Mother had uterine fibroids and treated by me successfully 5 years back. Whole her fibroid was, cured by lapis alba 200. And I had given few doses of medorinum in between to clear her. After few months, fibroid disappeared. So now I went back and read what is this disease? What does this, all about? So what Fatak says about lapis alba? Glandular swellings where no glands are usually found. Borit says glands have a certain elasticity and pliability about them rather than the stony hardness of calcareous floor and cystus. Now I wanted to know what is lapis alba. See, this is how you have to improve your, knowledge. Because I knew mother is very well this, and I know it is a good remedy for swelling. Then I went in search. Then I got one article in Link International. Lapis alba is a white stone and triturated by Graugel, who found it suspended in the mineral springs of Gastian in Germany. Lapis alba is very light and soft, which encases rock lapis lazuli in nature, acting as a protector of this gemstone. Lapis alba is composed of calcium, silicia, and fluorine. See, this is where I was, I was also thinking about silicia. And how many of us know about gemstones? We have few sessions in this series about gemstone. So if you want to know, it is a very great opportunity. We have read a lot about physical characteristics of the lapis alba. But source, when we know mineral kingdom, lapis alba belongs to mineral kingdom. But what it is, when you search, you get so many things. Here, there was a study done between 3 drugs: Calcarea silicata, Calcarea floor, and silicia. Foreigners have some method called similarity and polarity method, which we are not talking much about. So, essence of lapis alba is, we see therefore an elastic pull in 2 directions. The central theme may be essentially this conflict between a totally dependent and duty-bound state, financially and socially, and this desire to break away from this bond that he perceives as incompatible by immoral behavior and portraying indifference to loved ones. This is not taught in our families. But the girl was undergoing this phase. So I started giving her lapis alba 30 daily, 1 dose for 1 month. Mother said, my daughter is not sad but not weeping. She is helping me in household chores. More importantly, she is not getting angry. So what I did, instead of giving once every day, I made it Once in 15 days, lapis alba, 200, 2 times 2 days. Follow up after 6 months. Girl is cheerful. Whether they come from plant, animal, or mineral sources, no, each represent the spirit of that source and must have the character of that source. Even during lockdown, her temper and her relationship with her mother is cordial. What happened? But very sad thing happened at the end. Repeatedly, although she was cheerful, she was losing her weight. I was asking her to go for CT scan because I wanted to know how the disease is progressing. In spite of my repeated request, I had also arranged some donor for this. I told you need not pay. There are people who are ready to pay for your daughter CT scan. She somehow, no, mother somewhere missed that track because daughter was doing well. But after 2, 3 years, she also stopped medicines from me because everything was going up. She was going to college. She was not fighting with mother. She was not asking for money. So she thought everything is all right. One day she developed severe pain. Again, they went into emergency. So there again, everything was repeated. See, when we say no, as a homeopath, we have a restriction. People don't go for tests. But here they had to do CT scan again. Unfortunately, that turned into those, things were cancerous. But when I spoke to some oncologists, they said, no, no, it is because of age. Anyhow, this disease is going to be like this only. Then she underwent chemotherapy, and because those things cannot be removed. So I see her in our locality sometimes. Otherwise, she looks very healthy, cheerful, talking to everybody. But this, I think, if she had not discontinued, would have helped. We don't know. But here, what was my takeaway was knowing new remedy. See, we have everything in our materia medica. It is the we who have to make efforts to learn and see how we can don't panic and we can help patient. So this is third case. Again, lockdown case. Female 40 years. Since lockdown announced, she is crying. No one could control her. So she was brought to our clinic. She told me, I got my daughter after 10 years of marriage with so much of treatment and prayers. I am shocked hearing corona stories. What precautions should I take to protect my daughter? I have started giving her warm water, herbal tea. What else I should do? Please pick my phone. Huh? Whenever I call, you have to pick my phone. Whenever I message, you have to answer me. If necessity arises, I will call you at 2 a.m. also. I am doing all arrangements to keep her away from corona. What else I should do? I am afraid I will do some mistake and she will get corona. Whole consultation, she was crying. She was talking only what precaution, what precaution. I should not do mistakes, doctor. Corona is there everywhere. But from my side, my daughter should not get COVID. I've locked her in one room. She's not coming out only. Only I am serving everything. Tell me what other things I have to do. So I gave her arsenicum album 1 and 4 doses. I had to repeat few more times because cases were increasing and these TVs were showing out of proportion things. She would come crying but with little less. Okay, doctor. But I don't know, doctor, what to do. Again cry. She is much better. I didn't think of animal mammal remedies as there was no animal issues, but more of mineral theme of lacking. I am lacking. If I do some mistake, my daughter may get COVID and she may die. And with so much of prayers and treatment, I have got my daughter. So I don't want to lose my daughter. I am losing my security. Robbers, that is Corona, is coming and stealing all my possessions. Her biggest possession is her daughter. So you all know this Arsenicum album is row 4 and 15th column. So what Mineral Kingdom says? I am lacking, losing, relationship, protection. This is what all we spoke. Row 4, control and rigidity. This also we spoke. And this is a Ferrum series. And column 15, lose. Losing something. This is I am with so much of difficulty, I have earned my daughter. I am afraid I may lose. So, arsenicum really helped. Like this, we have so many cases. I have not, you know, attended many COVID cases during those lockdown. I used to go to clinic because such patients were coming more. COVID could have done by some other pathis also. But all these cases were treated better by homeopaths. This is the last case. 78 years old male. Daughter called me and said my father has locked himself inside the room, not talking to anyone. This has happened before also. 10 years back when he lost his mother. He's very short tempered, keeps fighting with my mother and brother. Both my mother and brother don't speak at all. Only I fight with him. He get irritated if I advise him something. My father worked as a manager in one private firm. He is always little quarrelsome. He used to fight always with my grandmother. His complaint was she never took care of him. She was always busy with other people. My grandmother lived till 90 years. My father troubled her a lot. But when she died, he went into depression for some days. He was crying and refusing to go out of house for some months till my brother came back to Chennai. He was working somewhere. He started fighting with my brother for silly things like not switching off, sorry, and lights. With my mother also same. But both of them doesn't fight back. This time the reason is different. I think my father is having fear of getting arrested. There was some problem between my brother and his wife. She went to her parents' house. We all went to her house to pacify. My father also accompanied us. When we were pacifying my sister in law to come back, my father started yelling at everyone. He spoke nonsense to family members. He was using bad words and shouting at the top of his voice. Unfortunately, someone video recorded everything. Nowadays, digital things. After we came back, I shouted at my father. Till that time, he was boasting about the way he was up to other people. I told him if someone take this matter to police or circulate it in our family group, what will you do? The moment he came to know about the recording, he started shivering and sweating. He couldn't breathe. Since then, he is refusing to come out of the room. This is a history given by daughter. Patient. Then after some consoling and everything, I could speak to patient. He said, I loved my mother a lot. She always stayed with me. Although I had three other brothers, she always stayed with me. She wanted to go to other brothers' house, but I never allowed. People around me were afraid of me. I can talk and convince people. Actually, family told me he can talk for hours. Most of the time, he talks nonsense. For me, my mother was like safe place. Only person where can I show my anger. See where we miss no prescriptions. I was comfortable and fearless whenever she was around. Twice she went out of station. Once when I was in 8th standard, and the second time when I was 40 years old. Only twice she left me and went. Both the times I developed panic and breathlessness, and I was hospitalized for the same. Doctors thought I have asthma, but as soon as I saw my mother, I was all right. When my mother died, I didn't know what to do. I was continuously crying. Till she lived, I used to fight. Fighting is showing love, according to him. I don't get pension. My mother used to get pension. Her pension money I used to use for purchasing groceries and to visit different hotels. Mother means food, and food is mother. People say I scold and fight with my son. No, it is one way of showing love. He knows that he doesn't fight back. He always keeps quiet. I am afraid of losing my family members. They should show a lot of love always. I like to be pampered. I am a youngest person in the family. He had one, or one sound I could hear. If not, I feel sad. I have one more problem. I have concentration problem, especially when I am praying God. When I see lady passes by, I imagine her breast as an apple and offering that to God. When I see some man, I imagine his pennies as a bell. This causes lot of anxiety and panic. I am afraid God will punish me. It is wrong to think like this. What happened this time? I just asked him as if I don't know anything. He said, I want to take care of my son as my mother took care of me. He needs my love and care. No one can harm and insult him. I shouted at people, he is naive. You can't trouble him like that. Even now, he is afraid of dark. He can't sleep alone. All his imagination. But I am afraid someone will cause harm to me. So I go and sit in his room. Always I'll be behind him. So see, I am again showing you Shelton's chart. Where to fit this case? So I knew this is a column 1. Initiative, impulsive, lonely, alone, stubborn, single-minded, naive, immature, destruction, and there were themes of carbonica. Group theme was naive person, weak-willed, impulsive person, changeable, unthinking, easily influenced, naive child, childish, impulsive, good or bad behavior, manic depressive, foolish hero. So remedy, I gave him lithium carb 200 2 times 2 days. First days in a water as patient was refusing any medicine. I asked family to add in this and give. At the end of the fourth road, patient came out and sat in living room. The case was taken further and diagnosed as a bipolar case. First, I thought he was under panic attack. Follow. The best thing happened was he spoke to his son in detail about his son's problem. Fear of getting into trouble was considerably reduced. His thoughts during prayers has come down, gone. He still misses his mother but is not crying. He told, I have to accept my mother's death. I should be like my son, so composed and matured. So this is all about mineral king. If you want, I can give you few more. We have another 10-15 minutes. How to identify mineral remedies, mineral patients. Because this is also very important. They talk about structure, role, relationship, performance, attack, and defense. See, if you know mineral remedies well, then you don't get confused with the lack remedies. Attack and defense, again you go to animal remedies. No, there is such talk in mineral remedies also. Word used, my relationship, my home, my family, my bank balance, my health, my performance, my work, my joints, my skin. They talk like that. They say, Doctor, my nerves are paining. Speech is to the point and finish. Same tone they talk. Handwriting and signature is structured, angled, straight. Nature and disposition. Systematic, strong, calculative. They have fears of break of structure, falling in performance, losing something. Dreams and interests, structured dreams, things, financial dreams, relations, house collapsing, losing house, losing puppies, work and effort, performance, fight, repetitive. Same thing repetitively they get. How they present their complaints. Organized, they come with the dates, correct, structured. They talk percentage wise. I think I am 20% better. Systematic, written points, everything they tell in exact. Doctor, 2:10 in the afternoon, I got up and I had this. And they talk in numbers also. Patients have features of all the kingdoms. Where we have to see which kingdom. Chief complaint, stress situation, dreams, in the source itself. This is actually a different topic. Mood, one mood or two mood. Fixed, unvarying, similar in all situations. Very steady. Keyword is always structure. She said no, that arsenicum patient. I may lose my daughter. She is a big possession of me. After so many years of prayers and treatment, I have got my daughter and I may lose. Manner of dressing, structured pattern, checks, plain symmetry. Profession, usually they are in accounts department, computers, management, house builders, engineers, and performers. This pace of this is slow onset and it progresses moderately. Exciting factor, break of structure, break of relationship, failure in performance. Follow-ups, they start like this. I came to you last on, I think 2nd November. Evening clinic. Around 6:30 I came. My blood pressure is so and so. I am 25% better. Okay, I am doing good. Or, okay, I'm not doing so good. Second part, they will say, I've been taking treatment regularly for so many days. How long will I take? I was 10% better for the first 6 days. So, thank you very much. I urge all of you, better equip yourself with one more skill. You must be good, but you also must be losing some, good prescriptions. So it is always good to learn new things. I think this ends. All of you know I don't entertain too many questions. If you have question, go and refer. Anything, Dr. Mansi? You should have that fire, no, to learn. I can tell you in one or two lines.
Cases.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Preeti, for this opportunity.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, madam, for taking in this depth and insightful session. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to all the participants for joining us live and or those who want to learn more about the course coming up, that is Musing Minerals. I would request Asmita to put it the link on the chat box and you can go through that.
I'll tell you, whoever did plant kingdom, no, for 1 year, whenever we meet them, they say how much it has helped them in our practice. So extensively, it is not taught anywhere. So even smaller remedies, unknown remedies, which have a very good potential in treating patient, is used by many doctors now after attending. So as I told in the beginning with the one example I gave, no, one remedy. So you can start learning using new unknown remedies in your clinic also. So we are done today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mansi. See you soon.
Thank you so much,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Very informative.